What is up YouTube, James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today is the last day we are going to be using this Ogre team of Ray, Ogre, Tapu Koko, Incineroar, Fairfront, and Ditto. This team's been doing actually extremely well on this series so far. It's been putting in a ton of work for us. Let us see if we can continue that in the final episode, or maybe we'll get some tough opponents. We are, I think, in the 1800s with this team, I believe, if I remember right from the last episode. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Of course, if you do want to see a QR code of this team, be sure to hit that like button, because 175 likes is the goal for this episode and all the other episodes. We use Rayquaza and Kyogre, and if we hit it within 2 weeks of this video being uploaded, I will upload the QR code of this team so you can try it out. Otherwise, if you want to try it out, there is a pastebin down below in the description for you to use. But let's get started. So I feel like we've had some interesting matchups. We've tested a lot against, I think we faced a lot of Zerndon in the beginning. We faced a lot of Kyogre Yveltal towards the middle. I would really love to face some tougher matchups like Zekrom. I think I wanted to play Zekrom, which is super rare, so I don't know, maybe. But Zekrom and also Xerneas Ogre, because I feel like, yeah, if you haven't checked out the last episode, I highly recommend doing so. But I feel like Xern Ogre is a tough matchup, and I do want to learn how to play. Of course, I have Fairfront, but a well-played Incineroar on those teams can neutralize me, because Fairfront, if it takes chip damage, is pretty important. So yeah, basically, I would love to play one of the tougher matches just because I want to understand more about this team. We've been winning a lot with this team. It's been, great to win, obviously, but I would really love to see some tough matchups, figure out what I could do better with this team, like what adjustments, because I believe this team definitely can be changed. I think Modest on top of Coco should be the first thing. I actually was originally going to have Modest, but then I realized I was using the timid Coco, so I'm like, oh, might as well just keep it. So yeah, we're using Timid Tapu Koko. I feel like Dazzling Gleam could be a thing. I don't know, Electro was kind of useful in certain situations. It just depends. I hope we are able to find battles though, because, I don't know why, but every time it's 1700, I hit 1700s, it just takes forever to find a battle, which is why I usually see my rating reset over time, because one, I'm streaming, two, it just takes too long that I'd rather reset my rating just so I can find battles quicker, because I don't have that much time. It's midterm month currently when I'm recording this, so I don't actually have a lot of time to record. Like, I barely have enough time to like play a few games off camera with this team, just so I can test it out and understand it better. But yeah, it's like a really busy time for me right now, so yeah, just bear with it please. But I think we're just gonna cut it out here till we can find our next opponent, so we'll be right back with the first game of today's episode. Alright, we got Mogar from Australia with a 7043 rating. Actually didn't take too long to find an opponent this time. Wow, that's a cool team. That is a really cool team. Raichu-Alola form, Incineroar, Excelgor, Tapu Lele, Kyogre, and Lunala. Wow. Some interesting stuff right off the bat. So how do I want to play this matchup? Because I don't know what you're going to bring. Those are a lot of cool Pokemon. So Lunala is a hard matchup. I know that, because it's difficult to handle. I want to bring Fairfront. I want to bring Incineroar. Did I bring Ditto? I could transform into Lunala, but I'm not sure. Kyogre doesn't seem too bad because of his Choice Scarf. But probably his Choice Scarf Tapu Lele, right? Or it could be Choice Scarf Kyogre. I can see Choice Scarf Kyogre on this team as well. I think I want to figure out abilities. I think I want to go Tapu Koko. Maybe Tapu Koko Fairfront. I kind of don't want to bring Kyogre, but at the same time, I kind of have to, right? Unless I don't bring the Rayquaza, which actually I could leave Rayquaza behind. I could leave Rayquaza behind this episode. Well, this battle, because Rayquaza doesn't do that much in this game. Yeah, there's not really, other than maybe airlocking the Kyogre. I have my own Kyogre to switch in. So we'll see how this goes, because I think I have enough resources. I think Kyogre is just really good in this matchup, which is why. But we'll see how this goes. I think Rayquaza would hold me back more in this game because of the fact there is the Lele, the Lunala, which outspeeds Rayquaza. Like, Side Shock's gonna hurt. I don't think it's worth bringing it. We'll find out what my opponent does. This is like a very fast hyper offensive team. We're gonna see the Raichu Lunala lead right off the bat. So, ooh, interesting. As we will bring out our Tapu Koko and our Fairfront here. I mean, Raichu usually carries Fake Out. I wonder if what kind of Raichu item it is. If it's like Focus Sash, if it's like Life Orb. for instance. It does have that electric surge popping through right now. Incineroar seems like a very safe play though. Oh, the problem is we don't know what kind of Lunala it is. It could be Choice Specs. If it's Choice Specs, I am a little bit concerned because the damage output it's going to have is pretty insane. I want to get rid of that Shadow Shield immediately, so I think I want to actually just lead seed the Lunala. I am kind of worried about Encore from the Raichu in the following turns, but we'll see what kind of sets my opponent runs. I think Incineroar is a very safe play here because I don't want to get faked out. I could see a lot of different options. I don't remember if Raichu-Alola gets faint. I know regular Raichu gets faint, but I don't remember if Alola does. Fake out just going to come out though, so that's pretty good for me. Tailwind. Okay, so it's just a Tailwind offense team. Alright. Makes sense. It was something I considered. I didn't know if it was Choice Specs, because Choice Specs Lunala with Acid Spray pretty much KOs so many things. We do break the Shadow Shield on Lunala, which is really nice. Okay, so no fake out here. I wouldn't fake out if I was me. What'd I do here? I'd retreat. Who'd I retreat though? What would come out? Because you're in a bad position against my Incineroar, I feel like, unless you have Focus Blast. Let's hope that's not the case. I kind of just want to U-turn the Raichu. And kind of want to power it because it covers like multiple options. I don't know if Lunala has Protect, that's the thing. I think I'm just going to U-turn power because I don't want Kyogre to get a free switch in. Fling? Mogoberry? Are you policy? Are you policy? Oh my lord. Oh my lord, what is this? That was probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen, but what the heck? What the actual heck? How am I supposed to explain that turn? So you fling a Mogoberry, so your Lunala has Shadow Shield backup, then you activate the weakness policy, and then you go for the Focus Blast. What the heck? Okay. Oh boy. It's looking like game over already. What is that? That is such a cool tech. That's actually such a cool tech. Okay, that was really cool. That was actually really cool. Electro Web. Knockoff. I gotta hope our Focus Blast miss. But you could double up my Coco here. I guess he'd double up into Coco. I wonder if Thunderbolt and Electric Terrain plus Moongeist Beam would also knock out my Incineroar. Well, we'll find out. I don't think I have many plays. Two turns of Tailwind means I can't really stall it out effectively either, since I don't have Pokemon with Protect in the back. Wow. I don't know what to say. Even if I knocked out the Lunala, it doesn't really matter, right? Because I would have knocked it out through Shadow Shield, especially since it doesn't carry an item. Oh, Ally Switch 2. What is this, right? Fake out Ally Switch Fling. No Psychic move. Moongeist Beam. Thank the Lord I have a Focus Sash. But it doesn't matter, right? I don't think it matters. Wow, what is this team? It doesn't matter because I knock out the Raichu. And then I knock out the Raichu, then Kyogre comes in, and then I lose the game because I can't survive a Water Spout. I needed to predict the Ally Switch, if anything, and I had no idea what this Raichu was. Wow. At least I heal with the Leech Seed, which is cool. Yeah, what a cool, interesting team. We're gonna see what come out. It has to be Kyogre. There's no way you don't break out Kyogre here. You just click Water Spout, and that should be the game. Yeah. And what sucks is you're probably gonna double up. Okay, maybe there's if there's a sliver chance I can see one. Like I can. Okay, what are my plays? I guess it just depends on what you do. I think I have to hope for a choke. You should double up my Incineroar with Moonguy's Beam, Water Spout. Well, if you're Scarf. If you're not Scarf, makes it interesting, I guess. We'll go Kyogre here. I need to hope that Kyogre can come in. Maybe survive a double up, get Leech Seed recovery, but at this point it still looks pretty bad for me. We'll protect with my Tapu Koko. Yeah, it looks still pretty bad for me. Water Spout's gonna come out. It does look like it's gonna be a Choice Scarf on the Kyogre. So Water Spout. Where's that Specs? That just did a lot. Oh, I think. Oh, Roar. Oh. Huh. I think it's Choice Specs Kyogre and Scarf Lele. You know what? I think I'm still screwed regardless. I do get the Leech Seed recovery, which is nice, but I don't think I can come back in this. Tailwind peters out for my opponent, which is good, but now don't you just get a Psychic off? Psyshock in my Kyogre? Is there play? Okay. Well, if you don't have Psyshock, if I live a Psychic, this game's not over by a long shot. I have to live an attack from Lele. That's my out, yeah. I'm gonna Electro Web, Origin Pulse. I gotta live an attack from Lele. I gotta hope it doesn't have Psyshock. And I gotta survive a Kyogre this turn. Gleam. Okay. That was a mistake then. I should have switched out Coco. Oh, I threw this, didn't I? Unless... Oh, Lunala survives anyway. Okay. There was no way it was... Okay. Wow. Wow. That Origin Pulse was actually really weak against Lunala. So it has Bulk, I think? Because Origin Pulse usually does at least 60, 70, I think? Drew Shout? Ignoring Shout shit, obviously. Man. So I would have probably needed a crit on the Lunala, but even then, I think I lost the Specs Ogre in the back. What I needed to do was switch out an Incineroar and just Origin Pulse. Yeah, that would have been better. I mean, Gleam's not knocking me out, but Lunala probably outspeeds Kyogre, right? Unless it's slow Lunala for some reason, but I don't think it should be slow Lunala. I'm going to play off a choke. I'm Origin Pulsing, knockoffing. You should probably just stay in and attack with both. Gleam. And, well, Kyogre's faster. But that shouldn't matter, right? Because you should have a Choice Specs Water move, and that should finish me off. I gotta hope for misses, I guess, if it's Origin Pulse. And if it's Scald, the game's over anyway. So, well played by my opponent. That was a cool team. Some really cool techs. Just, they caught me really off guard. I had no idea what to expect, and wow. I mean, my opponent definitely played fantastic with what he had, but wow, those were like, you just don't see that every day. Gonna Origin Pulse, knock off. You're just gonna Water Spout, I think. Yeah, you're just gonna Water Spout. That's game. I think I choked this though. I do think I choked this. Actually, no. I did choke this. Again, I should have switched out Tapu Koko Heart into Instant. I was hoping my opponent was gonna go for the Psychic and the Kyogre. But then again, it does make sense you do try to get rid of my Tapu Koko. I think if I switch out an Instant there, right, and I Origin Pulse, it's the same situation where next turn, since I'm faster with Kyogre than the Lunala, apparently, I just go for Origin Pulse into the Lunala slot and the Lele. I knock out both. I have Instant. What was that? 2 turns of Tailwind. Tapu Koko can come in. I can protect on one of the turns. And then Tailwind peters out. And then I have Electric Terrain Boosted Thunder that can knock out the Kyogre. So yeah, I definitely did throw that away. That's actually frustrating that even though it was like I was really down that I actually did have a shot, I probably should have thought about saving the Tapu Koko more. I was going for Electro Web because I thought since this is an offensive team, I thought it was going to be more offensive Lunala. So what I thought was Origin Pulse is going to knock out Lunala at that range. Lele's forced to choose a target. Maybe you're going to go for the Psychic, hope knock out the Kyogre slot. Because Psychic, if it does knock out the Kyogre slot, you probably just win the game from there. Because then you could get a Tailwind up and then it's auto loss. So what I was hoping I could get was maybe I lived the Psychic from the Tapu Lele, I'm able to get an Origin Pulse off, plus an Electro Web, which would either knock out the Lele or slow it down enough. And even if Origin Pulse slightly missed my knockout onto the Lunala, I was hoping Electro Web could finish it off. But wow, just bulky, slow Tailwind Lunala with Weakness Policy and Fling Mago Berry on the Raichu. What kind of world am I living in? And what's confusing me is it Modest Raichu? Because if you're Mago Berry and you accidentally eat the berry, don't you accidentally just think? Don't you accidentally just confuse yourself? But wow. I guess if also Focus Blast missed on Ferrothorn, yeah, I could change the game, but not gonna really look on that because I did have an out. Like, I definitely did have an out, which was the Tapu Koko play. So that was what I had to do better. But wow, really cool team regardless. That was really cool. Let's see if the second battle can go well enough, because if we do get a win for the second battle, probably is going to be our last battle unless it's like super short. Kyogre Rayquaza might be ending up in 1800 or might just peak the 1800. Who knows? We'll find out, but man, I'm trying to think. Because that matchup was definitely winnable. Imagine if I brought Ditto that game. Ooh, Ditto would have been spicy. That was really cool though. Specs, Kyogre, Scarf Lele, Weakness Policy Lunala, Flame Mago Berry Raichu, where were the others? Excelgor, probably just like Exceed standard stuff. And I don't remember what the last one is. Wow. We're facing some really interesting stuff today. Gothitelle, Incineroar, Incineroar, Amoonguss, Tapu Lele, Groudon, and Mewtwo. And we're facing some really interesting stuff today. This is gonna be difficult. You bring Gothitelle, you bring Groudon, I think you bring Tapu Lele and Mewtwo. That's what I would bring if I was my opponent. I would try to trap in Kyogre. The thing is, I don't know what sets these are. If it's Helping Hand Gothitelle, which I'm pretty sure it is, you could Helping Hand Psyshock trap my Kyogre, and I don't want that happening. So what would I lead here? Would I lead... I don't want to lead Kyogre though, because Mewtwo's threatening. I think Sash Coco is a good lead. Maybe Coco Incineroar? I don't know about this lead though. It doesn't cover all my bases, I feel like. But then again, I could momentum out into my Kyogre and Rayquaza at the same time after chipping away at my opponent's Pokemon, and then I could win from there, I think. Yeah. So I think I want to go with those four. I think Amoonguss... I mean, not Amoonguss. I think Ferrothorn could do well, but the problem is I'm not sure if it's going to do that well because I just don't know what the Mewtwo set is. I don't think it would carry Flamethrower, but if it does, on the off chance have Flamethrower, that could be really scary. Some really cool teams. Definitely. Mewtwo's also another matchup I want to see because Ice Strike does do a lot to my team, so we'll see. And Groudon makes it scarier because I can't bring Ferrothorn in this matchup. So Tapu Koko and Incineroar. I just want to find out if it's Scarf Lele or not. My opponent does lead the Mewtwo Lele. Let's see. Are you Scarf? Yeah, you're Scarf Lele. Perfect. We get to find that out immediately. I'm willing to trade my Tapu Koko here for your Lele and your Mewtwo. I'm willing to trade my Koko here. I don't think Incineroar would go down to the combination of these two unless your Choice Specs or Spear, I guess. So we'll Electro Web to slow things down, and I think just go for the knockoff. Do we knock off the Lele though? Because I could see Groudon coming in, I guess. Or do we knock off the Mewtwo? Because I kind of want to knock off the Mewtwo. Or do a U-turn. Because Mewtwo alive at -1 speed wouldn't be that bad for me. I think I'm going to U-turn actually. Yeah, I'm going to U-turn. I like momentum here, then pick up a knockout. That doesn't mean much. Dazzling Gleam going to come out. Not going to do too much damage, which I'm okay with. Focus Blast going to come out. Ooh, is that KO? No, it doesn't. Surprised it wasn't a Moonblast Focus Blast, but that works. What's your item? Did we confirm? Electro Web. Mewtwo avoids, which is, you know, slightly annoying because the chip would help, but not going to complain too much about that as we will get a U-turn off. We do confirm it's max speed Mewtwo. Yeah, we do confirm it's max speed Mewtwo. Because my Tapu Koko sped tie with it. That sucks because I think the Electro would just put it in range of Water Spout. We'll go my Kyogre here, I guess, and we'll go out into Rayquaza. The question is, me going to Rayquaza is kind of obvious, right? Would you stay in? Because I want a hard Volt Switch. Because if I go Rayquaza, I might not just knock out the Lele or Mewtwo, so that's a little bit concerning. I think I'd rather go for a Speed Tie here and Water Spout. Yeah, I think I'm going to Water Spout actually and go for a Volt Switch. We are going to see the Lele retreat, so is that Groudon? Yeah, I could have just went the Rayquaza there, but I thought like maybe my opponent was going to expect that. That's the main reason why. So let's see. We do get the Water Spout off. That's still going to do good damage to it, Groudon. Oh, I would just knocked out the Groudon, which would have been great. It's Bulky Berry on Mewtwo, which is super strange on an offensive team. Huh. Are you tricking Mewtwo? No, just Side Strike. That's going to hurt my Kyogre though. Yeah. Doesn't do as much though. Volt Switch. Oh, that's super close. I don't know if I actually knock out Mewtwo at that range. Do I want to go like Instant Fake Out? I'm thinking about it actually. The problem is I'm in range of Lele's attacks now, which is not good. Oh, I really wish I did go for the Rayquaza. Or if I won... Actually, no. Winning Speed Tie didn't matter there. I think I'm going to go Instant first. Yeah, I'm going to go Instant first. I go Insane because I'm trying to bait out the Lele, I think. You think Water Spout knocks out the Mewtwo at that range? That's like really close to call. I think you would Focus Blast, switching a Lele here. I think Rayquaza just makes sense, and I think I have to go for the Water Spout here. Even if I get this wrong, I can hope for the Water Spout knocking out the Mewtwo. We're actually not going to see a switch out, which is interesting. So, get out the Rayquaza here. Maybe my opponent thinks I just don't have Rayquaza because I didn't switch it in immediately. So, Mewtwo going to protect, which is fine. But you're probably just going to... Okay, you're going to switch to Lele the following turn. It's still a concerning game. I do knock out the Groudon though, which is great because my Incineroar can actually switch in now. Other than into Focus Blast or Moonblast, and Moonblast is definitely going to be coming out soon. So I got to figure out how this is going to work. We're going to see the Lele coming in. Do I pivot into Coco though? I could pivot into Coco. The problem is dealing with this Lele because I don't want to risk. Here's the thing: I just don't want to risk my Instant here. Air Slash should knock out Mewtwo at that range, I think. It's timid. It does have offense. I think I'm going to go Coco. I'm not sure if Mewtwo's really carry Ice Beam, but since it's not Life Orb, I'm hoping Gleam into Ice Beam doesn't finish me off. Because I think Gleam is coming out. Plus Ice Beam. So let's see. We'll bring out the Electric Surge. I want to keep the terrain on the field. I'm really hoping that I can KO. Psyshock going to come out. It's just Psyshock. I could have gone Instant. But maybe my opponent's trying to cover that with a Focus Blast play, which I could see. No, just goes for Side Strike. I could have gone Instant. Alright, that's still fine. That's not going to KO Rayquaza. Yeah. Side Shot comes out. But here comes the Air Slash. Well, Side Strike. And Air Slash knocks out the Mewtwo, so I guess it's not the worst spot. I can go Instant here. Because my opponent doesn't have switch-ins to Instant, and I can Fake Out here, as we're going to see my opponent's own Instant. Actually, if I just get rid of my opponent's Instant, don't I win the game? Yeah, I do. Because the Lele can't touch my Instant since it's locked in the Side Shock. Okay, so I just got to get rid of my opponent's Incineroar. That's how I win that game. Win this game. That works for me. And luckily, I don't think Ice Beam would have KO'd Rayquaza if it wasn't like Life Orb Mewtwo, so we're in the clear. I'll go for the Earth Power into the Instant. And we'll go Kyogre, because you're going to fake out my instant, and you're going to go for a Psyshock. A knockoff would be a good play, I guess. I don't know. It's going to also come down to, does this instant actually have Protect? So let's see. Like, I have a lot of outs here. We're going to see a fake out. It is going to come out of Kyogre. Do you read that? Psyshock going to come out. Nope, goes for Rayquaza. No surprise there. Finishes off Rayquaza, but Rayquaza, it is fine. Because now I bring out my instant. I get to click fake out and Origin Pulse. Or do I click Water Spout? I mean, if I fake out Origin Pulse, should knock out Lele, and then I'd probably win the game off there anyway, realistically. So I don't think there's really a need to. Yeah, I feel like if I just go for Origin Pulse and I hit one, I win. It's better than going for a Water Spout, even if I get immediate damage off. Like, it also comes down to, does Instant have Protect? Because I don't want Instant to have Protect, that's the thing. If Instant has Protect, if my opponent's Instant has Protect, and I fake out Origin Pulse, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. At least Origin Pulse gives me a shot against Lele, because Instant would still be at full health. So, we'll go for fake out here, into the Lele. And let's see, Origin Pulse connects with both. That should seal it up, unless Incineroar survives this. It does survive, but it doesn't. That should be a Assault Vest then. Yeah. So knock off into my Kyogre, but you're way too low on health. You don't even knock out my Kyogre. And now I can just go for a Thunder into the Incineroar and a knockoff, and that will be game. So, really interesting Mewtwo team. Bulky Bear is also really... It's an interesting item choice because of the fact you were timid max speed. We saw that because my opponent won the speed tie twice against my Tapu Koko. So, yeah, it's just... I guess because Mewtwo's natural bulk allows you to survive attacks like Water Spout anyway, so you could get the bulky berry back against like a Scarf Kyogre, for instance. Maybe that's the reason why, but I feel like you just lose a lot of offensive pressure without that Life Orb or Choice Specs or anything. So, yeah, that was an interesting game, but hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back Battles. I think that game, it came down to, I think it was just me positioning. I'm surprised no Gothitelle came, because I felt like if my opponent was able to trap in my Kyogre, get rid of it, like Groudon could have had a really fun time against my team, or the Mewtwo plus Lele. I think Gothitelle could have trapped in, but it ended up working out for me. The game plan was pretty straightforward. I just tried to let my opponent never get too much momentum out of any of the turns. Yeah, but I guess I could have just switched out. If I switched down to Rayquaza instead of if I switched down to Rayquaza instead of going for the Volt Switch, like, I would have been in a fantastic spot, because I would have just knocked out the Groudon immediately, which would have been absolutely big. But hope that you enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below, show some support, as well as you can check me out on my social medias down below, which are linked down below, Twitter and Instagram. If you want to see this QR code on the globe link, all you have to do, 175 likes, is to go for this video and all the other episodes. We use Rayquaza within 2 weeks of when this video is uploaded, and then if we do hit that like goal, we will get a QR code on the globe link. Otherwise, you can try out this team in the basement down below, and you can check out my Twitch channel, which I highly recommend for awesome live VGC 2019 live streams, and of course you can check out my Patreon page if you do want to support the channel. Let me just say, that first team, that was really cool. That first team was really cool. Still upsets me kind of a bit that I could have won the game still, like, even though I was down a bunch, if I preserved my Tapu Koko. But definitely something that was just a great learning experience, and just really cool ideas in general. Otherwise, you can check out all, as I said, down below. Feel free to leave a comment, as I do read them. Let me know what you thought about that first team, because that first team was insane. Also, let me know what you think about how this team was doing. Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. We end up in the 1800s of Rayquaza, which is pretty cool. Hopefully we can find games in the future, but probably you're gonna see a different rating next time, in between streaming plus me recording stuff. So yeah, otherwise that's pretty much it. Have a great day, people, until we battle again. I'll catch you all later.